Hi guys, so today we are gonna solve this problem. So we have a triangle ABC and we have this angle Y, this is 30 degrees, and we have this side X, we have this side BC which is 4 minus X. We also know that the sine of Y is equal to 1 over square root of 2. So what we want to do, we want to show that X is actually equal to 4 times square root of 2 minus 1. So in order to do this, we're going to use the sine rule. So the sine of this angle over this side must be equal to the sine of this angle over this side. So that means that sine of Y over 4 minus X must be equal to sine of 30 degrees over X. This is the sine rule. So from this equation we can just work out X. So this implies we know that the sine of 30 degrees is equal to 1/2. So this implies that sine of Y over 4 minus X is equal to 1/2 over X, which is 1 over 2X, right? Now what we're gonna do, we can cross multiply. So this implies if we cross multiply, we're gonna have that 2x times sine of Y is equal to 4 minus X, right? Now this implies that sine of Y is equal to, we divide both sides by 2x. This implies that sine of Y is equal to 4 minus X over 2x, right? Now this implies we know that sine of Y is equal to 1 over square root of 2. So this implies, let me write it down in blue, we know that sine of Y is equal to 1 over square root of 2. Therefore this implies that 1 over square root of 2 is equal to 4 minus X over 2x, right? Now this implies if we cross multiply, we're gonna have 2x is equal to square root of 2 times 4 minus x. Now this implies now we can expand the right hand side, so 2x is equal to square root of 2 times square root of 2 times 4, so 4 square root of 2 minus square root of 2x. Now this implies we can put the likely terms on one side, so 2x plus root 2x is equal to 4 square root of 2. Now this implies if I collect x on the left hand side, then I'm gonna be left with 2 plus square root of 2. This is equal to 4 square root of 2. Now I divide both sides. If I divide both sides by 2 plus root 2, 2 plus root 2. I'm gonna be left with x equal 4 root 2 over 2 plus root 2. Now I can get rid of root 2 because this implies x equal to 4. Let me write it better. X equal to 4 root 2 over, if I take root 2 out, I'm going to be left with root 2 plus 1. Then I can get rid of this root 2. Now this implies that x is equal to 4 over root 2 plus 1. Now let's actually check if we've got the result we wanted. So they said that we should show that x is equal to 4 times root 2 minus 1, but we have this, so we need to do one more step. So if we multiply both sides by root 2 minus 1, up and down by root 2 minus 1, root 2 minus 1, then what we're gonna have is, on the numerator, we're gonna have x equal 4 times root 2 minus 1, and down I'm gonna have root 2 squared, which is 2, minus 1 squared, which is 1. So this implies that x is equal to 4, because this one, the denominator is going to be equal to 1, so we can get rid of it. Therefore we have x equal 4 times root 2 minus 1, which is what we actually wanted to show. So we have shown that x is equal to 4, have shown that x is equal to 4 times root 2 minus 1, x equal to 4 times root 2 minus 1.